Good morning, y'all. This morning has been crazy. Not really, really crazy, but okay. So I had to take Darwin to school, and I set my alarm for 6:20, which is what I always do. I set my alarm for 6:20 just to give him a little bit of leeway time to wake up and get a feel for the day, and then wake up and do what he has to do to get ready. Um, and last night I had like some crazy dreams already. And so I set my alarm for 6:20 and I had woke up. And so I was like, okay, let me start getting up, getting ready. I'm telling myself that, and then like all of a sudden I'm asleep again. And so I don't know if it was in reality or if it was in a dream, but I had heard a loud horn from a car. And so as soon as I heard that horn, like I woke up, physically woke up, and I looked at my clock and I looked at my clock and it said 7:16, and I was like, oh my gosh. And he has to be at school at 7:45. So I was so mad at myself because I allowed myself to go back to sleep, and I was like, no, I was on time. I had set my alarm for 6:30 or 6:20, and it went off and I woke up, and then I just went back to sleep, and I was like, what the heck? So yeah, we kind of like basically overslept. Well, I overslept. I vouch for him because I have to wake him up, so it was my fault. But got him to school like a little 5 minutes late. It wasn't too bad, but still, I was just panicking. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm a time person, so if I don't do stuff, like, I do stuff at the last minute, but I make it. So, but yeah, I was just in some deep dreams. Um, and it's funny because I had an interesting dream. So there's this lady that I know. And I don't see her often, like at all. And I used to be really, really, really close with her daughter when we were like in preschool and in kindergarten. She used to be like my best friend. You know, you have those best friends. Well, anyway, I had seen her mom. I seen her mom last week. I seen the girl's mom like last week, I think, at the store. And usually when I see someone, like I'll give them a hug and stuff and be like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" or whatever. And I seen her and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" But I didn't give her a hug. But she wasn't approaching me as if she wanted a hug either. And so last night my dream revealed that I had seen her again, and I had apologized to her, and I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I'm sorry, um because I didn't like I felt like I came off as like kind of like standoffish or stuck up in a stuck up way, and that's not me at all." And I was like, and I wanted you to know that that's not what I meant. And so like a couple days ago, my cousin was telling me about something that her dreams do to her. Like her dreams basically reveal to her that what's going to happen or what she should do or something like that. And so she was telling me that she was being like, really, really rude or whatever to her neighbor. And she had a dream that she apologized to her neighbor. And so she had went and did this. And so I thought that was very interesting because I'm like, wow, this dream that I had like really relates to the dream that she had. And we both apologized in a way. And so also I had woke up at like 2 something this morning, and I started reading my Bible app, and it was just saying something about like, ask God to remove the people from your, and I do this all the time. Um Even before I read the Bible, or what I read, I do this all the time. I always ask God like to please remove anybody in my life that's not for me. Because I don't want anybody to slow me down, or I just don't want to have the wrong energy around that I shouldn't have. And so that in a way was kind of revealed to me in my dream as well. And so I'm like, okay, okay. And then I was also like researching, because sometimes I'm very curious about this. I was also researching like, how do you know when, and I know, um, I always wonder like, how do you know when God is like really talking to you directly or sending a direct message to you? And like I do know this because I've gotten so many different ways of confirmation for so many different things. So I know, when God is talking to me, or I'm assuming that God is talking to me at that time because things happen. And so I feel like he was talking to me through my dream. Just because like lately I've been like dealing with a lot of different people, like for a lot of different people, in many ways. And like I don't really like negative energy, or I don't like energy that does not bring a good vibe to me. So if I'm around you and I feel like your vibe is like kind of off, like I'm not really digging you, you know? And so I don't know. I just feel like, how can I say it? I don't know. I just feel like it's being revealed slowly but surely. Like people are being revealed to me, or like revelation is coming to me, basically, like showing me like these are the people that you shouldn't be around, or these are the people that you should be around. And every day, I kid you not, y'all, every day, or at least every week, like I'm revealed someone that should not be around me. And it's so hard sometimes because I pray this prayer like, God, please remove. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like all around the place this morning, but I just have all this stuff on my mind. But you know, I pray the prayer like asking God to remove people from my life that should not be there. And then once that happens, I'm sitting here like, man, like why haven't I talked to such and such, or why have we not been how we used to be? Or, you know, I ask myself those questions, and it's like, but wait, you told God to remove those people from you that shouldn't be for you, or that aren't for you. And then it's like when he does it, you question it. So I tell myself this, and I'm like, oh, like these are the people. And sometimes it's kind of shocking because it ends up being people like you would least expect. But then it's like you're thankful because you're like, okay, I got it, God. Like I'm following you. Like I get who you saying. So that's just it's sometimes it's really hard because you know you may care for these individuals that he decides that aren't for you, but you just have to, you know, learn to respect the process. And that's what I'm trying to do is, you know, learn how to respect the prayers that I'm praying, and learn how to acknowledge that this is what God wants and you prayed for this, so you have to accept it and you have to be able to understand it. And so I'm getting myself to a point where I can understand things and respect why it is what it is, and not so much question it. And I know I don't ever want to question a move that God makes, but sometimes I do it not even knowing that I'm doing it, you know, like for this example. And so I'm learning to be, you know, continue to be transparent, and learning how to respect his decisions, and learning how to fall back completely and not try to jump in on my own and get back to that person, but respect the fact that God really does not want that person in my life. Or, you know, respect the fact that, you know, I prayed that prayer, and that now that he's revealing that, trust that, you know, and then he'll take care of the rest. And so sometimes it's hard for us to just respect and trust what God has for us. But we have to be, that's why I say it's so critical and crucial to be very careful with your wording and what you're saying, and to also, you know, understand your prayers and know what you're saying. And I'm not faulting myself because I'm not mad about this. This is something that I truly want to happen. I don't want anybody around me that's going to slow me down from getting to my future. And this, what I read this morning at 2 this morning on the Bible app, asked that same question, like, who are the people that are slowing you down, or what are the things that you're doing that are slowing you down to getting to that point that you want to be? And I stopped reading for a second, and I sat there and I reflected, and I'm like, there's so many things that I'm doing, that I'm thinking, that I'm saying, you know, that's stopping me from where I really need to be. And so I really had to like give myself a self check, and, you know, kind of understand like to get there, this is what has to take place. And so I said that prayer, and I prayed, and God is doing his work, and I'm respecting it. And it's all about also having faith as well. So I don't know if anybody else relates with that. I know that whole little thing went many, many ways. I talked about my dream, I talked about my cousin, I talked about what I read, all that stuff. But I hope that maybe someone can relate to this, or that maybe this helps someone, and that I can just be encouragement to someone. And just remember, like, you know, just trust and believe in your prayers. And once you pray something, have faith that it's going to come to pass. You may not know when, you may not even understand it when it happens, but remember that you prayed that prayer and that you really wanted that to happen, because we don't just speak on things that we don't mean. You know, we say what we mean and we mean what we say. And so when we're praying things to God and we want things to happen and we want stuff from Him, let's take it in and let's actually mean what we say and have faith that it's going to come to pass. And also just trust, like, once you pray, send it off and then keep on going. Like, don't reflect on it, or don't try to prevent the prayer from fulfilling its fullness. Don't try to prevent it by trying to step in and take back something that you wanted off of you. So, speaking to myself, but like I said, this may be able to help somebody else. Somebody else may be going through the same situation, and they can relate in some way. I'm pretty sure we can relate in some way, because there's many things, people, anything that we probably don't want and that we need to get rid of, and sometimes it's hard to do so. So please be encouraged. Encourage yourself. If no one else can encourage you, and I say this because I don't depend on people encouraging me. Not that people don't encourage me, they do. But it's a gift to be able to encourage yourself, because we're with ourselves every day. We battle ourselves every day. So when you are able to set aside what someone else has for you and be able to be your own encouragement, to me that means a lot. And that just says a lot about who you are. And so definitely, you know, encourage yourself, love on yourself, love yourself, self-love first, God first, and then self first. Like, love yourself first before you can love others. I feel like you can't love others if you don't love who you are. And so that's just my personal opinion. I know many people disagree with that, but that's what I think. I can't spread love if I don't have love for my own self. So I hope that was an encouragement to someone. I hope that boosted your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and just boosted your belief and your faith, knowing that, you know, God will answer our prayers whether we want Him to or not. What we say is what we say, and when we want something done, He will do it. So just believe in that and receive that and continue seeking His way of life for your life. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Continue to pray over yourselves, pray over your loved ones, over your family. There's a lot of things going on in our world today. So just be humble, be great, and love yourself. I love you guys, and thank you for supporting. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Love you guys.